welcome to the Binch Bros podcast. This is a podcast in which we talk about video games, probably shit on a game, talk about how good 2017 is, and we do bits, not like Twitch bits. What's up?
Oh, I'm June, and that's Keo that was talking.
Keo. Yes.
But I was gonna bring up the fact that like we're probably gonna do all of those things this week too, because okay.
2017 is never gonna end.
2017 is never gonna end because Persona 5 came out, and holy shit, we haven't really talked about it, Keo, but it's probably one of the coolest games I've ever played. Period.
I wouldn't say like the coolest, but it's definitely like it's got me.
It's definitely the coolest game I've played in terms of like style.
I agree.
It's like so like I don't feel cool enough to be playing this game sometimes. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh shit. Like this is super like in music, the menu transitions.
It almost feels like you're like the transitions and stuff is so
it's the
interesting when I saw it's good. It's like really good.
Everything about the presentation of this game is like the best. I mean, you know what the crazy thing is? I didn't realize this.
We said Persona 5, right?
We did. I said the name.
5.
Yeah,
okay, just making sure.
The thing I didn't realize until after this game came out and I was playing it for a while this is also on PS3.
Oh yeah, no, I saw that. So what?
I mean, like I totally I could see how. Was
it released on PS3 at the same time as all released on PS4?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought this was because I remember you said that it was released in Japan already, and I thought because I was looking up like how long to beat .com or whatever for Persona 5, and it said
like 100 hours.
Easy. 116 hours just the main mission. After that, it's like you just add like a few more hours.
Well, it's because one cool thing about this game before we get into the other things that I really like, which is just like it's like every Persona game I've played has been like this, which is most big RPGs, right, have like the main core story and they have the side stuff, that you do outside of the story. Yeah. This game doesn't do that. Everything is a feedback loop, so it's like every day you spend in the game, whatever you spend your time doing feeds back into the main game. Like it's all part of the main game. Like every social contact you make, every dungeon crawl you do, every stat boosting, studying in the library. That's not a side quest. So it's like it's just again a feedback into it. Everything, and you can min max the hell out of this game, which I end up kind of doing, but it's fun. It's fun to min max. And
what do you mean by mid? Oh shit! I didn't even mute that. What do you mean by mid maxing though? Because like my thing is, I think, like, what is it like stats? Is it like the knowledge stats or is it like?
So like in order to so when you build up your link with a person, your confidant, right?
Yeah.
Like you start getting benefits from ranking up the links,
Yeah.
But usually it takes time to build up a link. So or there's a prior requirement, like someone might not talk to you or you might not be able to progress unless you have a higher charm skill or something, So you'll have to go and eat, drink this special drink at a diner or like read a book on charm, or something like that. Right. And it's like, and it's like you could do all those things separately and, take like 4 days to accomplish your goal of like ranking up this one thing with this character, or you can time it. You can end up starting to time things out where you're like, okay, if I go talk to this one character, it doesn't take any time and I can get a boost in my stats and I can get a boost in my confidant stat if I do that first
at the same time.
Before, without wasting any time. And then if it's Sunday and I go to the train station and I drink that special drink, I'll get a boost in a random stat. Mm-hmm. And then I'll go talk to that person afterwards. And then I can level them up immediately, thereby leveling up the personas that I can get or get a new ability or something. Yeah. And then so
I think we should probably explain like a summary of the game. Because, like, I know, like, the people that are listening, it's probably going to be, like, our friends, right? And they probably already know what Persona is. But for those who are, like, just joining us,
well, this is,
like, summarize what Persona 5 is.
So, okay, Persona, you know, it's one of this, it's probably the most popular Shin Megami Tensei franchise. Mm-hmm. So people know it, you know, generally, or have at least heard of it. Persona 4 got very popular, but, like, I don't know what that means, you know, like popular for these games, you know, they're never like Final Fantasy popular, you know, but they're like
almost unique, right? They have like the same like mechanics in basically all of them, just different story or whatever.
Yeah, for sure. Persona since 3 onward, they have a template for sure. It's like, you know, half dungeon crawler, half like daily life sim, right? Like, so you're spending your time management and then you know, dungeon crawling with awesome combat basically. And it's like, you know, they get both elements like perfect, you know, so that's why it's such a hit, you know. It's and they're always set in high school, like each of them. That's like because it's a spin-off of Shin Megami Tensei, which is a, you know, a whole franchise of its own, but this is like the high school like life spin-off that was like the first Persona, you know. And like because of that, like each of these, like they have different themes and stuff, you know, like this one's about like thievery, kind of like Robin Hood sort of thing, but like besides that, like it's like it's pretty much similar in the same way. Like they always have like cool, like, you know, stylish music, you know, it's like the UI and stuff, the like there's a real energy from all the like from everything that's on screen at all times, you know. And then they always usually have like a real good balance of like pretty heavy themes and like, you know, like not shying away from issues, you know, like actual like strong relatable like stories that everyone goes through with like comedy and like, you know, supernatural stuff. Like they do this really good balancing act of the two. And this game's probably like the culmination for me. Like, you know, it's like the perfect combination of all of the previous Personas that I've played, like, you know, all their like mechanics, like I think they like brought
all the good bits of each of them.
And I think they bring stuff back from Persona 1. Like Persona 1, you could you had a gun button, and like that's back in this one, you know. Like like that wasn't in the other ones that I played. And like the dungeons aren't randomly generated this time. Like there's a randomly generated section called Mementos. Which I don't know. Have you unlocked that bit?
I literally just hit it.
So those are random, like grindable, you know, like kind of like you can do your farming and grinding in the Mementos, but like the main dungeons are these like really cool, like curated levels, you know, with this level design. You know, it's not random. Like you have puzzles that are specific and like, you know, different mechanics for each one. And I really like that because I think Persona 4, as awesome as that game is, suffers from random dungeon design, you know?
Oh, and so did it do that for they didn't have like a memento, so it was like all dungeons were random or something?
Yeah. So the main dungeons were random and like longer, I feel like, than these dungeons are. Like these main story dungeons, I feel like are more concise. Like they're long and like interesting and hard, but like the other one, it was like there wasn't really puzzles in them. It was all fighting, you know? So it was like, so you would take several days in game to like, you know, let's see how far I can get down the dungeon this time, you know, that type of thing. Whereas, and Persona 3 was the worst because you had one dungeon in Persona 3, the Tartarus that you were ever climbing. Like it was this tower that you were climbing the whole game. And in Persona 4, they have different dungeons. In Persona 5, they have this palaces system, which is like even better because it's like now each level is like actually themed, and like, you know, because of that you have different like we won't talk about any story thing past even the first dungeon. I won't get too much into it, but like
Yeah.
I think we could talk about I think we have to talk about the first dungeon at least, just because.
I think we pretty much do.
Yeah, just because it's like to explain it.
Yeah.
So the first dungeon's a castle.
Yeah.
And so it's like everything's themed around a castle. So you got like these castle-like drawbridges and like, you know.
You also have like the like little, I guess the minions. They're like kind of like dressed up as like knights and stuff, right?
Yeah, and that's just like that's like what they look like on like Persona also does this thing where there's no random battles, like you're not walking around and just running into a battle. You like have to initiate or get attacked or something.
That's like a classic, like in the RPG making thing that I have, you have like two things you could choose from. Whether it's going to be like step encounter, which between step 1
like Final
to
Fantasy
step 30,
7,
you might get encountered, or like Pokemon when you go through like a brush. And then there's other ones that have like you see the enemy, and then you could just walk up to them, or they go to you, or whatever. Definitely, Persona definitely has that going for it.
Yeah, and it's and like since this game's like focuses on like a theft, it's got this like it's got a stealth component to it, which is cool. I like it a lot.
I like it too. I think there's like some bits where I'm very confused about, but like I haven't really tried to stealth because I've just been trying to like attack. I've been trying to attack these guys. So
yeah, you should by ambushing. Then you get the first your first round of moves is yours. Yeah, and like anytime you've found an enemy's weak point, the weak point for that enemy type forever. Yeah. So that's really cool because like if you knock down all the enemies, you get a chance to do a hold up where you can
pretty much do like a special action against all the enemies if you knock them all down, right?
Yeah, like if you negotiate with a demon and you can have it become your persona. Yeah. If you haven't, or you can, ask for money, or items, or you can do an all-out attack, which is like a really devastating move. There was that in the other game too. It's always so cool. I love the all-out attacks.
I was gonna ask too. Did they have holdups in? I guess one you said had like the gun mechanic, right?
Yeah. So I never played Persona 1, Revelations Persona, or the re-release that's like more faithful. Okay. I don't know. I don't think there was a holdup, but I think there was a gun, like a separate gun weapon that was like separate from attack. Yeah. For range or something. Yeah. In this game, you have your spell. All your spells are ranged, and then you have your melee abilities, and then you also have your gun, which is like. And it's cool because a lot of enemies, a lot of enemies are weak to bullets. Apparently,
it's like a physical range, and everything else is like just pretty much like magical range.
Yeah, but it's like you have like I think there's like 9 like magic elements, and then like physical and bullets. So it's like a total of however many that is. That sounds like 11, but I don't know if it's exactly like 11. Yeah. Yeah. But I don't know if it's actually 9. I didn't. Let's count it out. Let's count it out. Okay. So there's electricity, fire, ice, wind,
lightning.
No, I said electricity. Sorry.
So
wind. So that's
there's
4.
Like curse, I think.
There's curse and bless. So that's 6. There's psychic. Fire? I did say fire. I said the 4. Yeah. There's psychic. So that's 8, 7.
Well, no, poison wasn't in there, or like some sort of like...
No poison. Is that it? Is it just 7? So is there 9?
I could have swore there was like something else. I mean, we could
just... Wait. There's Zio, Agi, Bufu, Garu, Sai, Mudo, Hama. I think that's it. I think there's 7 plus the physical and gun, right?
So I have 9 right here for you. If we get nuclear, okay. So
nuclear. I forgot nuclear. So there's 10.
Fire, ice, electric, wind, psychokinesis, nuclear, bless, curse, almighty, and
almighty. Almighty is the one. If I'm not mistaken, there's no resistance to it. Like nothing's resistant to almighty.
I see. Oh, okay.
I think So I don't think it pops up.
I don't think
on
that's an element. Yeah, no.
Yeah, it doesn't pop up on the like.
Because the other one on here is element, which is like like sleep, days, and all that stuff.
But yeah, nuclear. I forgot about nuclear. So I think there's 10 in total.
So 10, then there's 12 with range and melee.
No, 10 including range and melee, right?
That's
so
what
it'd be 8 with nuclear.
Yes, that's what I meant.
Yeah. Wait, what's nuclear called again in the game? It's like
it's called nuclear. I don't know.
No. The moves.
Like abilities.
Yeah, because there's like
I haven't found any yet, but there's one called Fury.
Yeah, Foray or whatever. Yeah, that's that's the like the Augie of nuclear, or the Bufu. Like the main the weak level.
Yeah.
I mean, you totally remember. Like, you end up like learning it because you spend so much time playing this game that like you like.
Like the basic.
Yeah, when you look at Garu, you're like, I get that. That's wind.
Yeah,
wind.
Yeah, it's simple. It's like it has the same color scheme too. Like red for fire, blue for like ice or like water, right? Whatever.
And like which one like the healing and buff ones are. Mm-hmm, like there's like I mean, there's still ones I don't know, like that I have to read.
The debuff and buff ones look kind of weird to me. But
because they're like flat icons, kind of.
Yeah, it's like a blue checkered.
That's for buffs, right?
Yeah, well, it's buffs and debuffs, because there's one that like lowers attacks. I think it's specifically for like attacks. I think.
Isn't it purple when it's a debuff? I feel like it's purple.
I think I saw one that wasn't. Maybe it is. Yeah, probably, but I don't know. I can't remember.
Either way, they like have a similar design scheme for the buff, debuff stuff.
Yeah.
And because there's like different ones where like and then so the fun part is like when you come across like enemy groups, right? Like enemy mobs. If it's all the same enemy, if there's 5 like of the same enemy. Yeah. And you have an element that they're weak against, it's easy. It's game over. They're done.
Yeah, because the mechanic in the game is pretty much if you hit them with their the attack they're weak against, they go prone, and you get like that extra attack, or you get an extra turn.
Yeah, you get an extra turn.
They call it one more, is what they call it.
Yeah, and then as you progress with your party members, you can start doing things like baton pass.
Baton pass, yeah.
Yeah, which is really great for like when you have mobs that are like varied, Yeah. So like, I mean, I recommend never giving up your like because there's a what do you call it, there's a like you're gonna want to like give up the hitting one enemy move for like a hitting all enemy moves sometimes.
Yeah.
Just to save the SP, right?
Yep.
But like you may not want to do that because like there come enemies that like can repel, like so like you might come across like 3 enemies in a group that are resistant to electricity. Yeah. But like then there's one that like will repel electricity. So if you do that move like to all of them, like if you do like Mazio and hit all of them,
it'll pretty much attack you back.
Yeah, and you'll lose a ton of health, right? So like,
well, does it like amplify it too, or it just gives like whatever damage you can?
Yeah, because you don't have that much health in this game. You're not beefy, like it's pretty intense how like
you could
fast you can go down.
I think only your character, right?
No, I think none of you get that much health. Yeah. But I mean, on the plus side, it's like as long as you don't fall in battle, you don't have to revive anyone when you're done with a battle. You can just heal them up right there. Yeah, using your powers,
Yeah, and pretty much that's pretty much why you want to know like you figure out like all these status or elements.
And that's what, and you want to build up a good arsenal of persona, like have like.
We could probably get into mechanics, right? I mean, we're already talking about like.
We should, yeah. I mean, because I don't want to spoil the story too much at all. I don't want to spoil the story at all.
Can we give like a summary of the story, or like not a summary?
Yeah,
but
like, we can give like a synopsis, right? Like, so what, or like the premise. Yeah. So like, you're a high school student who moves into this new town because you were in trouble with the law.
Yeah.
Like
that's good.
Yeah, and then and you'll figure out more about what's going on there. But so you're a new student, and it's the beginning of your school year, and then you start like getting involved in like this local conspiracy kind of. There's this like local thing happening within the school with the gym teacher who's like shady, and like and like it seems like the system is kind of really flawed at like working against the victims of this situation. And so like as you're getting involved in that, you end up getting the ability through story like to go into this other world called the metaverse. And so the premise for the Phantom Thieves, which is like the group you end up making, is you're trying to like not evil people, but like people with like what do they say, twisted malicious desires, right?
Yeah,
like they're corrupted hearts, kind of like they're not
evil, but they're really like abusing their power, pretty much.
Or they're driven by their greed, or something, or like something corrupt like that. And so you're going in there and you're gonna steal their object of desire, steal their heart basically. And what that ends up doing in the real world is it ends up changing them. Like it removes that like corruption from them, and it gets more complicated as it goes on, but like that's the basic premise. So you're like kind of like this ragtag group of Robin Hood thieves, superheroes that like are going in like trying to fix bad people. And I mean, and the game understands that that's like kind of a gray area question, like is that right to like do that, like is that not brainwashing? There's like a lot of questions that
like a morale, like your self morale, like is this a good idea, or is that really something that's anyone should have a power to do?
And the game addresses that stuff. So far I've seen, like I mean I don't know, I'm like maybe 40 hours in, so I'm still early on in the game, which is crazy to say.
You're
but
almost halfway, but I'm
almost halfway.
Sure.
I could be like, I could have spent extra time just because I'm like, I grinded for that. I was farming for eternal lockpick materials for a really long time.
Oh my god. I think I want to say something about it. Might be a bit spoiler, but I'll go ahead and say it anyways, and then we'll see.
I might ask you to bleep it out.
No, I'll probably just want to put it in.
Okay.
But no, it's I totally forgot now. It's great. I don't know. I think my thing was like your character ends up like everybody hates you. I was just gonna throw a comment that I hate, because like it's like all the adults just don't fucking like you, and then it just sucks.
Oh, okay.
It makes
I don't think that's
it makes
a big
me
spoiler.
Okay. Well, it makes me want to like
that's like a theme of this game, kind of, right?
Yeah, it makes me want to like prove myself. Although I mean, like our character is us essentially, right? Because like, you can pretty much, he doesn't have his own name. We end up giving him a name, I think.
Yeah,
I can't remember. But it's weird because like everyone like ends up like not liking your character, and it's.
Well, I mean, a big theme of like Persona, not just this Persona, but like in Personas in general, is about like adults mistreating kids or teenagers, or the people who aren't adults, but like the characters in Persona games who are adolescents who are being like they're not being recognized, right, by the adults in society, and that like that's in all of the Persona games. Like you're never taken seriously in Persona games, or you're treated unfairly, or there's adults who are taking advantage of the youth in whichever way in order to further their goals, or taking advantage of other people. It's about like the weak being preyed upon by the strong, and that's in this game too. And like, I mean, the opening of this game is great compared to every other Persona game. Every other Persona game opens very slowly, okay?
Yeah, no, this pretty much like much drew me right in. Like,
so this game,
what is going on?
The rad thing about this game is it drops you into like, I'm assuming like the middle towards the end of the story. Like you're in like a late game part of the story doing like this crazy heist, and like, you know, you're learning about it as you're playing. You know, that's how you're learning. This is like the earliest, because like the game, I would say like it tutorializes bits and pieces of itself deep into like until like after the first dungeon. You know what I mean? Like
no. So this is my thing. This is my thing with Persona 5 right now. I love it. I think it's really fun. And not a lot of I don't really get drawn into turn-based games too much, but this one actually is doing it well. But goddamn, it feels like I haven't stopped the tutorial session of this game, and I finished like the first bit.
Well, and it does it for a while. It's like it gives you probably like, and it's like, I mean, I don't know. It's not like a tutorial. That's unfair to say. It's just like it doesn't give you as much freedom as you get later in the game.
Yeah,
you know, because it's a super complex game, you know, with a ton of systems, and it makes you familiarize yourself.
It sucks though, because like after I was like, okay, cool, I think I got everything. There should not be any more information being set. And then I get taught about something else, and there's something new, and I'm like, dude, I want to like. I have this issue where I'm playing. And I'm like, okay, cool. I'm hungry. Shit. Okay, well, let me just finish this. And then like, oh wait, something new? Great. I gotta spend like another hour, and then I could go eat. And I was like, I gotta wait. I gotta wait.
You can like help yourself out by like well, I mean, and the thing is, like, you're always gonna get like, I think there's gonna be new mechanics that come like 60 hours into the game probably.
Yeah,
because
I feel like it is. Yeah.
Like I just recently, 40 something hours in, right? I went to like a new location for the first time and found out a new system that like I can like I'm not gonna tell you where, but if you go to a certain place and you do a certain thing, you can learn, your companions can learn moves that you forgot. So you know how like sometimes you have to like lose a move in order to like make room for another move?
Yeah.
You can relearn that move in case you're like, oh shit, I shouldn't have gotten rid of Anne's Augie
fire
ability.
Thing. Yeah.
So like you can relearn it. And I was like, oh, crazy. Cool. Like that's like a new thing I learned, like I learned it 40 hours in. But there's like there's all sorts of that stuff. And I think like the first opening mission is that's like the tutorial of like the game's battle system, right? Like it shows you how weaknesses work. It shows you how your gun works.
That one was almost like the longest one, but like there's like smaller like tips, quote unquote tips.
Exactly. The game it guides you for the first like 10 or so hours. Maybe. Like and I mean I don't think it feels like that because you're still like doing story stuff.
No, see, like, when I'm like into like the story stuff and everything, I'm like, I don't notice it, obviously. But it's when it comes up and it starts slowing down, I'm like, oh shit, I gotta read this stuff. Well, I mean, I read it everything anyways. But I see like the the little numbers on the left side of the window where it tells like it's gonna be like a tip thing. I'm like, damn, I have to really remember this.
I do think it's like it's easy to like refresh yourself, I think, because it's like I'll like not know a thing in the game, and I'll be like can I do that? Like, can I baton pass? I didn't understand it at first. I did it wrong. Yeah, I was like okay, cool. Because I got a new character in my party.
So you thought like you could do an ability.
I forgot that you have to like rank up your party member before you can pass the baton to them.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, cool. I got the new
other baton
member.
Passers, right?
Yeah. I was like, I got this new member. They have the element that the enemies that I'm fighting against are weak to. So I'm gonna, I did a weakness of some kind to one of them, like not that specific weakness, but then I was gonna pass the baton. And then I realized that like I can't pass the baton to that character because I just met I haven't ranked them up yet. So like, I'm I don't have that option. And it was like, I didn't understand why at first. I was like, what? Why can't I do that? And then like I, read in the menu and I was like, oh, gotcha. Like, totally forgot about that because I haven't had a new character. Like, because the way they drop party members in the game is cool. It's not like you're not front loaded with party characters. It's like
you don't have like the option to choose. Is what you're saying, or like
you get them one at a time over the course of the game. Like just like in other Persona games, like it's not like early on in the game you have like
everyone.
You don't. Most RPGs, the way it works is like you get your party pretty much. Your set party for the game in the first 10 hours before 10 hours, right? You would get your whole party, and then from then on, it's about like mixing and matching your party to suit your needs. This game, I feel like isn't like that. I feel like this game, I'm gonna keep getting party members until like well into the game. Like. Especially since like I looked at the cover of the game and I only have like a lot. I don't have like I'm missing a bunch of them so like and if they're in the cover they're probably like main characters, so like but it's fun because it's cool. Like you bring them along because you like them and you like their like abilities, but like you also, I don't know, I always end up like switching people out a lot. I put in people and I take them out a lot because I don't know, I want to spend, it doesn't help you in any way, but I want to like spend my like time with them differently, and also like it gives me a chance to like change my loadout of Persona, like I'll have Anne not in my party. Anne's one of the earliest party members, it's not a spoiler, but so I'll have a lot of fire abilities, right, to make up for that deficiency. But then, like, if I bring her in my party, I'll, like, start putting in Persona that don't have fire, but have other abilities that, I'm missing, just to, like, because now I have Anne. She's my fire user, or, like, it's somehow worked out that, like, one of your earlier characters that controls wind, I'm not going to get too deep into that character.
Right.
But that character is kind of like my medic. And I mean, everyone can get some sort of, everyone can get like healing abilities, but like that one I'm relying on primarily as my healer kind of.
I've been using, pretty much like to save up on like, buying. I hardly ever buy any items. I typically either grab them from like the enemies or I just don't. But I typically like use my healers or the players that can heal.
So I'm going to give a little bit of a pro tip to everyone without spoilers. So I'm not going to mention character names, but I'm going to mention the Arcana. So there's a companion who, like, not a party member, but one of the confidants, that is of the Death Arcana. Yeah. If you unlock that person and you rank them up to like rank 7 or 6, you get the ability to buy an accessory from them, which regains 7 SP per turn.
Ooh.
It is super useful.
That's good.
Yeah, especially if you're using, healers. If you're using, but it costs 100,000.
100,000. Okay.
But you can buy like as many as you want. So you can. So I bought 4.
Oh, I see. Okay, I thought like if one person had it, it'd be for everyone. So
no.
It's selling whoever you have it equipped.
It's whoever I have it equipped on. So I bought 4. So if I ever switch out my party member and I forget to switch that item out,
it's gonna throw you off a bit, huh?
Well, one of my party members had way lower SP than everyone else at a certain point during a dungeon, and I was like, did I never? And I checked, and I was like, I never did. I never put it back on switched. Them. Yep, but like
that's cool.
I highly recommend getting that item.
Oh, hell yeah.
That really worked out. The Death Arcana. I'm not going to say who it is. Yeah. But like, it's one of your earlier contacts, like, or confidants, like.
Yeah. I was going to say, I don't think there's any way you could speedrun this game, I think.
No. New Game Plus, you could probably.
Yeah.
But I mean, what's the point of even watching that?
Right, because it all.
It's like, I mean, what would you? Because what carries over in New Game Plus, if I recall from other Persona games, is like your social stats, your
confidence.
No, not your confidence, but your social stats, like your knowledge, your charisma, all that stuff.
Yeah,
that carries over. Your confidence don't carry over.
That's right. That would be stupid because then you
that would
know them.
It would make no sense.
Okay, no, that makes sense.
As soon as you meet them, they're like your best friend.
It's like, what up?
But I think if you do rank them up to max, something carries over that like makes it easy to rank them up or something like that.
Yeah.
What else carries over? Like all your weapons, and all your persona that for your registry.
Yeah.
That all carries over. I don't think any personas that you have on you carry over, but it's fine. They're kind of like interchangeable. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
you can lose them. Like, I throw them in my like. I'm basically like, oh, I have these two personas. They make a new persona that I can like create now.
We should explain what personas are as well. I think because I think we just talked about like just like the weaknesses, and then when you put these personas down, you could do like hold up or whatever, right? But we never explained what personas is.
Okay, so personas are like
they're like Pokemon.
The demons. It's sort of like Pokemon for sure. Yeah. It's like or I guess it's closer to like Monster Rancher or something, right? Like something like. Well, anyway, it's like this. Well,
Pokemon's a little more relatable, I think. I don't know how popular Monster Rancher is. I've never played it.
It's an enemy, basically, or like it's like a lot of enemies can be your persona. Like I think all of them probably, except for like special bosses or whatever.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
But like they're basically what you fight against and what you use to fight with, and your party has their own persona. Like each one has one, and you're
the special little flower.
Yeah, it's like every Persona game. It's always you're the fool or whatever, the fool card, I think. And,
no, it's wild card, I think, right? Or Trump. Yeah,
the Joker, the fool.
Yeah,
I think it's the fool. I think it's always the fool because
wild card, right?
Igor's,
Jokers are like whatever, like not whatever, but like they could be anything.
Yeah, and and so you have to, because it's this like tarot card system, and you can get, I don't know how many there are. I think there's over 100.
Yeah.
But there's all these persona in the game,
basically like the monsters that you fight in the dungeons and stuff.
Yeah, and they each fall under a different arcana. So like like an early one like Pixie, right, is I think she's in the Lover's Arcana.
Yeah.
So a cool thing about the game is that like you can carry up to however many like you can get more and more room in your inventory basically to carry more personas
Pokeballs.
Yeah.
Pokeball space.
and like by having like a broad range with different abilities to choose from, like you start getting better. It's easier to find weaknesses on enemies and stuff, and like
you pretty much, so the way it works in Persona 5, I'm not sure if it's like in any other ones, but you pretty much like you go through these enemies or these personas, and then when you hold them up, you have a chance to like pretty much like tell them one of three things. Two of the things you get like something out of, or like items out of it, like either gold or like an item.
Like healing item or something.
Yeah. And typically the way the game tells you is that if you do that, it is actually a better chance of you getting like higher gold if you ask them for gold, or like higher item or better items if you hold them up for that. And then the other option that you have is pretty much choosing to
lend me your power.
Yeah, to have their power. So pretty much if you like pass their like quiz, I think it is pretty much like
it's not like it's a quiz sort of. I mean, it's like it's this like you're negotiating with them, right? Like so you have to like talk to them how they want to hear you talk to them.
Yeah, so it's pretty, you have to choose like what I think there is like pretty much a right answer, right? Because I've noticed that like I
don't think it's always the same question.
Yeah, no,
like because
I've always it's failed
like
different.
There was one persona I wanted, like, and I like negotiated with him like on four different like areas, like, you know, because I kept failing it. It was Toth, the little monkey, the Egyptian monkey, and like I was like, I don't know what he wants to hear. You know, I keep saying the wrong thing. He keeps getting the sweat beads instead of the music notes. You know, and but basically, like, you're talking to them how so some of them will react like well to like compassion, you know, if you're like, if you answer a question very like compassionately. Some of them will want you to say something a little more scary or something, you know, and like
it kind of just depends on like the persona, because
totally,
you just have to like embrace it pretty much, which is cool. Wait,
well, there's a way to get them without negotiating too. There's two different ways. You can fuse them, you know, in the Velvet Room, or you can if you get them really low health, there's a chance that they'll beg for their life.
Yeah, that's right.
And then you can get them that way too.
Yeah, I don't know how often is that. Do you know, or is that like?
I don't know.
Okay,
I think it happens often though. I think as long as you get them low enough. But
I always like knock them down.
Yeah, it kills them, right? Like, it either kills them or like, you know, like I generally don't get them too low. But I remember one time, I think with Toth, I don't think I ended up negotiating with him. I think I finally like
just
one of the rounds, I got like, he was like at like, you know, quarter health or whatever. And so I pulled out my gun and started shooting him until he got like pretty low health. Yeah. And then I just like had everyone guard for the rest of the turn. And he was
my God. Wow.
He's like, please, can we talk about this? I was like, oh, sick.
So
this
it's
totally
hella
worked.
random then.
It worked, you know?
That's good.
Like,
that's good.
Like, badass.
That sounds like I forgot what they call it in Pokemon Sun and Moon, but it's the calling for help thing. And pretty much you do.
Some of them have that ability too. They can summon other persona.
Oh, I fucking hate those things. But no, it's like, but with Pokemon, like you have to like let them call for help to like try to get like a shiny or something.
Ah.
But that's like the same thing that you're doing. But like in Pokemon, you have to do moves. You can't just not do a move, I don't think. But you pretty much do moves that like keep you like, what is it? Like just shield your body or just do something to them, but they won't do damage or whatever. But that sounds like what you're doing, because like it sounds like you just straight up guarded until he gave up, right?
Yeah, it was just for that round of turns, but
yeah. Oh, I forgot about that.
I do want to say,
what up?
One thing I really dislike in this game,
what up,
is you get an ability if you rank up one of your early party members all the way to insta-kill lower level mobs whenever you ambush them. And it's not what you always want. Like, because I don't always want to do that. You know, sometimes I want like a lower level mob because I haven't gotten that persona, or like I want like an item that they, like a material that they drop for crafting later or something, you know. And if you kill them right away, you don't get that. And that really bums me out. So
I remember.
Watch out for that.
Just about that.
Yeah, I was gonna start the game over, and I was like, "Shit, I dumped like 30 hours."
You said like 40
I was really
hours
debating it, and I mean, like, I went through this last dungeon I played, trying not to ambush enemies and just whacking them in the face, like.
And it worked.
If they're higher level than you, you can ambush them, and you can tell by like, or if they're your level or higher. You can tell by using your
there's like a
phantom
aura
eye
scanner. Yeah. Third eye.
Third eye, yeah. And like, you know, if they're blue, that means they're low level and you'll kill them if you ambush them.
Okay.
Or you'll have a chance to. It's not 100%, but like.
Okay. I thought it was like guaranteed. Like
no, it's not guaranteed, but it happens a lot. That's what I know. You know what I mean? It's not necessarily guaranteed, but it does happen a lot.
Does it lower percentage the higher it goes in, or is it just not what's like at the highest?
Well, I think if they're your level or higher, I don't think it works. I think you just ambush them, which is good. But like, enemies generally. I don't think there's a scaling in the game, but like they just become higher level as you progress the game.
Yeah,
and so it's like less of a problem.
Yeah,
it's only a problem for like mementos.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, because like you won't be able to like even.
Yeah,
so it just immediately kills them.
Yeah, like you get them, you get the persona, but like you don't know what persona it is, you know. So like a lot of times you'll like do it and it'll just say like you got this persona, or you don't have room for, you already have that mask, or like you don't have room in your persona thing. And I'm like, God damn it, I stocked up on useless persona by like trying to hitting them, but I ambushed them on accident.
Which we need to explain like that too, though. I mean, we talk about like holding up and then about the third option, but pretty much once you do like the hold up and you say lemon your power, pretty much if you succeed the like quiz, or when they beg for their life and you ask them for their power, they become this mask that pretty much your character wears. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's on the game cover, right? Right. It becomes like that little mask, and then pretty much like it goes on. It becomes like your.
It's part of your heart now. Yeah, it's part of your persona.
And then you can pretty much, your character pretty much is able to switch between like personas that you collect. And
yeah, you can do it like once per turn.
Yeah, and then you pretty much just like have new abilities and stuff, and that's really important.
That's why you want. I mean, like personal pro tip: you want one persona. You want your personas to have a broad range. Like you don't want to be like, this persona is my fire persona, and this one's my ice persona. Yeah, because you'll sometimes get a mob with like, like 5 different like types, right? And like you're gonna want to weak attack them, but like if you like switch over to ice to weak attack one, now you can't switch again. So like you want to have like more of a varied palette. You want your ice guy to also have Psy or something, or like or Hama or something. Also, I know I keep saying Protip, but I mean there's so many there's so many things that I need it. I wish I knew this too. Like, so it'll help you out. Yeah. But your bless and curse attacks, basically the death and holy stuff, Hama and curse, Mudo.
But yeah.
So there's 2 different types of attacks from those. There's the ones that are insta kill, and there's the ones that are an attack. Yeah. And the insta kill ones are, it's a chance type of thing. It'll say like low chance of instantly killing an enemy. Yeah. That like those moves, like I don't think are worth it. Because the chance of you killing them is low. Yeah. And even if they are weak to light, if like you miss, it's a miss.
Yeah. There's no damage or anything.
Yeah. So like if you do have an option to get those elements, but it's the attack, like does like curse damage or does like bless damage, do that instead, because then you can still hit enemies for weak points. And and some enemies obviously don't have weak points, but you could still. Here's like, let's get deeper. Let's go
a little deep in the mechanics. Yeah, let's go. So let's get under there.
The mechanics are really cool because you can do stuff like you can freeze an enemy, right? Like so sometimes your ice powers will have a chance to freeze, or you can get a weapon. My the dagger I have on my main character, if I hit someone, there's a low chance of freeze.
Right. And so I remember seeing that. Yeah.
So if you follow up with a physical attack on a frozen enemy, it's technical, so it's like extra damage. Oh. So and if you like when she burns the enemies, like her later level moves start having qualities that say like has a chance to burn enemies, right? And then you'll start seeing an enemy taking burn damage over time. Like every turn passes, he takes a little bit of damage, right? Yeah. If you follow that up with wind damage, like wind attack, it does extra damage.
Oh, that's cool.
It's technical, yeah. So it's crazy. Like you're like learning this shit like way deep into you're just like there's more. It's like an onion that like never stops peeling.
You could pretty much know that like immediately, like during the beginning of the game, but they don't. Did they tell you that towards the end or something, or did you just find out?
No, I think they tell you really early on, but it's like all the information that goes by your head, and so you forget about it, and then like you come across an enemy that like is burning. Oh, and also like your person, whoever your like operator or whatever, the person who like talks to you during the battles, like that person will let you know. Like if an enemy is burning, like one of your characters will be like, that enemy's burning. Wind attacks will do damage, Yeah. And so you're like,
that little hint.
Do it. Yeah.
Yeah,
which I
that's
love
cool.
that.
That's awesome. I didn't know that. That's so then vice versa too. Then so that if someone's on fire,
oh yeah, dude, and you wanna like oh, I don't know if fire and ice like if someone's frozen, if you use ice attack or fire attack, I don't think it does anything. But if you use physical attack, it hurts them more because they're brittle or whatever.
Cool. No, yeah.
So
it's like classic.
Yeah, I don't know what all the like combinations are. I know the fire and wind.
It seems like it's like going off like realistic like situations. So
yeah, I bet because like I've shocked enemies before, right? Like electricity, and they've been and I've been shocked before. You know, where my character like can't do anything for a minute because they're shocked.
Yeah,
and I wonder if like ice would do something like conduct that,
or maybe. Okay, I mean this is going real too deep. Maybe it's real. I want to try it out now. Doing ice, freezing them, then doing fire, they get wet, and then lightning does extra damage and paralyzes them. I guess. I don't think doing fire to a frozen enemy does anything. Does that? Yeah, I don't remember what it does. I'm just spitballing here. That's but I know. Cool. I think that'll be. I don't know. It's ice though, right? So it's not like liquid. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how it works. Is like there's still stuff. A rain? No, it's ice, right? There's only ice element. I don't think there's any water element. But that's cool though. That's awesome. I like that. That's a nice little thing to know. You know what's a power I got now that I'm really excited about? What's that? So I got this power on one of my persona. I got this. What was it? It was the Pale Rider. I think has it, and and it's you know how your physical persona attacks like drain HP? Yeah. It's a move that drains HP, but it's not a physical property. It's gun property. And so that's super cool because you have limited bullets. Yeah. And so like you can kind of trade health for shots, you know, in that turn. Very Bloodborne, I guess. But it sounds you can get sometimes you'll come across enemies that are weak to bullets, but you only have a certain amount of bullets. Yeah. And this I think it's called Triple Down or something. Yeah. And it acts like one of those hurting yourself physical abilities, but it does gun damage to everyone. Yeah. So that's really cool. Yeah. That's pretty cool. That's awesome. June, I want to let you know something. After a while, after all the tutorials and after I finished the first thingy, and I was like, oh, thank goodness. Now I could just take a break and then, oh, wait, shit. Why is there more things I have to learn? Damn it. It kind of drained me. Like I couldn't, I was like really good to play it. I was like itching to play, but then I was like, okay, hold on. I need to take a break real quick. So I ended up not playing it for like a good day. Cause like it was just too much. And then I ended up playing like, tried picking up Horizon, and then I didn't end up continuing that cause I felt a little weird. And then, I ended up playing, Battlefield 1, but I don't know. The game does this weird thing for me because like I feel like I was trying to speedrun it, which is why I brought up speedrunning. And then I realized there is no speedrunning in this game because like it's fixed, it seems. I guess you could put it into safe mode. What? There's a difficulty called safe mode. Be careful, you can't get out of it if you put it down there. Oh, I remember. No, I don't think I want to do that because I think it's because of that reason. Because I don't want it. I'm not gonna do safe mode. Come on. Because like I don't think it's like, it's not like any other video game where like most video games the combat is the game, right? Yeah. This game, I don't think that's necessarily the case. I think there's gonna be people out there who are really into the sim aspect, the daily life stuff, and the combat's like a hurdle that like and that like if I have to spend like extra time going through mementos and dungeons, I don't have enough time to like level up these other things with these people. So like if you want to play that way, I think that's valid. I think but fun of the combat system will be gone a little. That stuff too though. I like everything about this game. Yeah, and it's fucking brilliant. It was like right after the mementos was like, okay, this is too much. Now I have something else on my plate that I have to figure out to schedule in my plans, and I'm just like, okay, let me just how about I just take a break from this game real quick?
So, I mean, like, how I do mementos is I won't do them unless I have a couple.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I have a couple.
So you can hold up like targets or whatever, right?
I don't think they go away.
Okay.
Like they haven't for me. Like I had one on my docket for like a while.
Accept it, right?
Yeah, I think. I think you'll learn about the target in the memento, and also like mementos, like the gate closes, right? Like until the next dungeon. Like there's an end to the memento until you finish the next like part of the story, and then the memento gets bigger. You know.
Yeah.
So like sometimes you'll like I mean they're fine to explore. You get treasure in there. Honestly though, like you gotta like, cause like you know how you get this treasure chest with the locks on them.
Yep.
And you know you spend time making lockpicks or whatever.
Nope. But yes. I want to. Well, I mean, like I spent it on other things.
Yeah, exactly. Because you're like, I don't have time to make lockpicks. You get a item which I had to farm mementos for the materials for because I was like, I want that ASAP.
Yeah.
Which is the eternal lockpick.
Oh, I see. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so that, I mean, because the eternal lockpick, that means you're saving time in the main world, you know, in the real world. So
that's
like,
true.
So I like worked my ass off, spent like hours in a memento, like, you know, waiting for like looking for drops of like aluminum sheets and liquid mercury.
Yeah.
So you have to get like 20 aluminum sheets and 10 liquid mercury.
Oh my god.
So like, oh god. And I finally got it, and I got that item, and now all the treasure chests are unlocked for me, you know.
Got it.
I hope that carries over to New Game Plus, because shit.
Oh god, see, now that's just another thing. See, now I kind of want to do that, because I don't want to be bothered to make something. I'd rather like make coffee instead of doing that.
Well, and coffee is really cool because drinking coffee gives you SP. That's
the whole reason why I'd rather do that instead of like making lockpicks.
Yeah, but I mean, like, and then later in the game, I don't know how far you are, but like things are gonna start opening up at night. You know how it feels like nights you're like rest, like you only have daytime.
I unlocked that bit.
Yeah, so like you get confidants like later that are only available at night, you know?
Yeah.
So then you're juggling and like
yeah.
And if you do a memento or dungeon that day, you can't talk to those confidants.
Yeah.
You know, because you're too tired or whatever.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And you're like, so you have to like.
So you really just have to choose, and that's just it's just right now like. It's just at the moment this SP thing was like the biggest thing, but
there's
the point is that I don't really want to bother making a lockpick because I feel like it's just not. It's not like it's not gonna come in handy, but
no, and there's good loot sometimes. I think it's always randomized too because I got like I got this whip for Anne.
Yeah,
that was really good, and I was like, oh, cool. Like you know, like now she's my like heavy like physical damage dealer. You know, like. Rad, you know, and like you know, and I think I haven't bought a single weapon from EY.
Yeah.
You know, like except for like maybe one gun from like in the very beginning of the game when Ryuji's like, hey, let's go get guns, you know, I didn't
I ended up buying stuff from him. Like
I didn't buy one. I just bought those like that specific one where he's like gave me 3,000 or whatever, and he's like, buy me a gun. And I was like, okay, I'll get you this one. But like besides that, like everything else has been from like dungeons and stuff.
So then the loot inside the dungeon, like we're talking about not mementos dungeons.
Mementos and dungeons. I think it's mementos mostly.
Mementos has treasure chests.
Yeah.
I only went in there the once, so I haven't gone too deep into it. So
yeah, there's tons of treasure in there. There's like tons of like sellable treasure.
Yeah,
you know, like which is great because you know you can make a ton of money.
More money,
there's this demon, this enemy type in Mementos that's rad because they're if you catch them, they basically you can fuse them with your like they end up making some high level persona.
Oh, okay.
But if you kill them, they give you like 40,000, I think, or something like that. Like they give you like a ton of money. That is a lot.
That sounds like freaking Diablo's Gold Goblin or something.
I want to look this up. How much they give you?
Diablo 3. That's what I'm referring to.
Which one in Diablo?
It sounds like the Gold Goblin from Diablo 3. Like, I think it's random, right? They Mementos is random, like random dungeons. But
Mementos is random.
That's cool.
Wait, what does this thing give you? I know it gives you a ton.
It better be 40,000, June. I'm holding you on that. Hold up. Got you down. Got you knocked down.
Let me see.
Got my gun out, pointing at you. Is it 40,000?
So they're called treasure demons.
Yeah. Well, I feel like it's either going to be money or like really good item.
I know it's money, but I don't remember how much money they give you. I think it's a lot. Like I remember it's like they give you decent XP and a ton of money. That's what I remember. Because like I only got 2 of them. Is it hard to beat? No. Yeah. Yes and no.
Okay.
So they're weak to one thing.
Yeah.
But everything else is a complete block.
Oh, I see. So you got to get that one. You have to have that one thing.
Exactly. Like, so they could be hard, but like there's an easy one that is weak to bullets.
Oh, I see.
And then there's later ones that are weak to like different things. There's ones that are weak to like curse and whatever.
Yeah, it probably just depends on the type of treasure.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, Queen's Necklace is the one that's weak to gun. Mm-hmm. So that's... Holy shit. I'm looking at this thing.
Stats?
No, I'm looking at this thing. I don't understand this.
Okay,
it says...
Now I gotta look it up.
No weaknesses. This one of them has no weaknesses, immune to guns, and repels everything other than... Oh, physical attacks. Okay, so that's not so bad. You could beat it down, I guess. But it's not weak to it. So you can't do all-out attack. For a second, I thought it said immune to gun and it repels everything else. So I was like, what?
I looked up Queen's Necklace without putting Persona 5, and I got this weird-ass game that has a really long neck lady. I'm assuming it looks like Queen Elizabeth, and it's a game, I guess.
It's a game?
Yeah. It's 6.5.
Board Game Geek. Wait, what is Queen's Necklace?
I don't know, but I forgot to put Persona. I just see this image.
Yeah, it's 6.5. I'm on this Board Game Geek. I love that picture, by the way.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty tight. It's
pretty good. Anyway, Persona 5, awesome game. I recommend it highly.
And, totally recommend. It's really good. Character's great. Can't wait to see the other ones.
It's a nightmare because I was like, I just got off of something big, I feel like, recently. And I was like, please slow down with these big, giant games.
No, dude. It's just not going to stop, apparently. Well, so let me rephrase this. I'm honestly hoping that I play that Persona 5 is played long enough till the next good game comes out. Because other than that, like, if once this is gone, it's going to be like, for me, it's going to be like Breath of the Wild all over again, where I'm trying to find something to scratch that itch.
Well, this game is coming right off the heels of Mass Effect Andromeda, right? Which was another big game. This game's bigger.
No, definitely.
But, like, it's just like...
It's so good.
I feel like I'm losing my social life with this game because I have the social life in the game.
No, you're not.
I can't get on chat
in the game.
Whenever there's a chat that pops up, whenever anyone invites me to chat, I'm like, dude, I'm playing Persona right now.
You do. That's your thing. That's good.
Well, I mean, but like, if it was like another game, at least you could like just like put it on like grind mode. But like this game, like time is such a factor. Everything's and every thing is like worth listening to or talking to. Like,
and you also like it sometimes. Talking on with like. I'm assuming you talk about the PS4 chat. And
I
talking to each other
chat when I'm on Persona.
You kind of forget things, and then if you forget like something, you're like shit.
Yeah, and I mean, like, just recently, like, a friend of mine sent me a screenshot, and they're like, "Oh, I love this character." And I'm like, "Dude, I haven't even like talked to that character yet. Like, I can't right now. Like spoilers, like, Yeah. But I mean, it's like it's such a like a big, good game that like, I mean, you have to make room for this game. But I would totally recommend. It's super accessible. That's good. The thing. It's not hard to get into.
Yeah, I think it really like holds your hand pretty hard. Not hard, but like it helps you. It helps you through the game.
Yeah, and it's like the level of challenge you want is there. Like if you want no challenge, you can have that. Yeah. If you want a really hard game, it's fucking really hard sometimes, you know? Like it's all there. It's great. It's fucking one of the best games this year. Like
out of all the other
think about how good this year is so far,
It's crazy. Yeah.
Oh, I mean, it is like one of the best games.
Yeah, it is.
I was just and I knew it would be, but it's like shit when you're actually faced with it. You're like, damn, really man. Good. So it's like me going like, so which game is coming off my list? That's like the best.
Like the top like 3.
Yeah, which game am I removing to like make room for this one now? Yeah. It's like Jesus.
Yeah.
But speaking of games that like aren't making the list, can we talk a little bit about Drawn to Death?
Yeah. Oh Jesus, I forgot we did that.
Yeah. So Drawn to Death.
Yeah, this Drawn to Death is a game about it's pretty much like a Quake clone, if you will.
That's what I thought too. I think its level design makes me think of Quake.
Yeah.
But it's very like old school.
Yeah, it's who is the creator of it? We said it.
David Jaffe. He made God of War and Twisted Metal.
Yeah.
Calling All Cars.
Yeah, it's made by him, and like it's pretty much like I think it's a 2v2 or like a 2v1.
I think
game.
It's a 4-on-4.
Or it could be 4-4. It's basically a like shooter for 4 players total.
Yeah,
whether on team or free for all. And yeah, third person.
But the thing is, it's got a very specific style. It's another very stylish game. I don't know how cool it is, but it is styled.
Yeah, it's very sketch, right?
Yeah,
That's probably the word
like,
we're looking for.
What is it? Yeah, it's like a high school kid's notebook.
Yeah,
right. So it's like, carrying on the high school theme from Persona. We got this high schooler who's like, being bullied probably. Yeah. And he's like, he is, I think. And I think he's like
I think
drawing.
That's just the scene though. That's just
No, there's like things in the game where it's like in the tutorial, like you have like that jock pop up as like an enemy and it's like, fuck you, Mark.
Oh,
it's like,
I see.
You're like shooting him and stuff and like or punching him. And then so the game is like this sketchbook art style shooter, and it really thinks it's funny, and it's really if you're into it, that's rad. But like, man, does it get grating? It's
like overwhelming. Like
that's a good way of putting it. Yeah,
too many puns at once, pretty much.
Not even just the puns; it'll just be like like I think there's one thing I thought was pretty funny.
Yeah,
which was in tutorial. There's a part when you're like it's like, all right, now we're gonna teach you how to reload. To save time, we just have the microphone set up so you just yell reload, and then you don't have to push any buttons. You can reload that way.
Yeah.
And so I was just sitting there, and I was like, "What?" And then like the little sound bar pops up on the screen, and I was like,
"No way,
for real?" And I was like, "Reload." And it's like, "Oh wait, we couldn't quite hear that. Can you try again one more time?"
Wow, I wish I did that.
I was like, "Reload." It was like, fuck you. Gotcha. Like, God damn it.
That's kind of cute. I like that.
That was kind of funny.
Game, I think this game is cute for sure. Like, I think like its little things are cute. It's just, it definitely gets really
it's crazy.
Like
quick. The announcer won't shut the fuck up sometimes during the matches. It's super annoying.
I told you this, and I wish you were there for it, but I think you either disconnected or you haven't joined yet. But I was playing a game, and I was against this other guy, and then it was like 40 seconds left, and the announcer said, "Game will end in 10, 9. Oh, just fucking with you. Yeah, you got shit tons of time."
Didn't it go like way longer though?
Yeah, it was like a minute left or whatever. I was like, "What the fuck? I thought it was over." I was like, "Oh, I'm not gonna win." Silly. Oh God, but it gets pretty old and stuff. But like, I think some of the things are like cute in there.
I wish it came out at a time when there was more of a drought. Not right when Persona 5 came out?
Yeah.
Because I could have fun with this game.
Yeah, no, I could see it.
But like, I feel like I'm wasting my time if I'm playing this game.
No, I mean, like, it's only 4 players in total that you could be against or with. And it's only like a 2 team.
Which is very like crowded, and I played what 2 matches I think in total of this game. Like I gave it a fair shake. I did all of tutorial and I played 2 like full matches.
Yeah.
2 full matches. I got kicked out of one, so I did
yeah,
another
I remember
one.
that.
And netcut's kind of weird right now, but so they'll probably fix that. But
yeah,
it's and we won both matches, dude, but I did terribly.
I think
you carried.
I think we try-harded so hard though, because we did not need to strategize at all. Like
because we got into it.
we were doing the same shit we were doing in like Overwatch, which is like we literally just turned on Overwatch strategy mode. Like we said, we gave away positions. Oh, the guy's down here. He's pretty low health. Go up there. Come on. He's kiss away. He's a sneeze away. It's like
you think okay. That's the thing about this game. This game, I feel like, is weird. Like, I don't understand some of the damage outputs.
Yeah,
like sometimes like they'll be low health, and I'm like, why is my like rocket launcher not killing them?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like maybe there's an ability, but I don't know. There's only like what 4 characters you can pick from, right?
I think there's like more than 4.
There's like a shark, lady.
Yeah, the ninja.
Yeah. Then there's a commando that I played. And then there's like a murder bear. Hey, murder bears. Hey.
Oh yeah, murder bears. Wait, there's like a vampire.
Oh yeah, the vampire. And then there was like some punk rock dude, right?
Yeah, but then there's also like that. There's like a cowgirl who's like a demon.
Yeah, that's her. That's the vampire, isn't it?
No, there's like a cyborg vampire man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay. there's a good chunk of characters.
So like 6 then, not 4.
Yeah, I mean there might be more.
Okay, well, either way, it just I don't know. The sketch, I think it's cute. I think the sketchiness is a little too much.
It does
for my
hurt your eyes. Yeah, like at a certain point because it's like a lot of white, like blinding white, right? Because it's like the inside of a notebook that's like not colored in.
Yeah.
There's that. There's a.
It's just like a lot. It's weird. It's weird. The one thing I will say, I do like the JRPG. Essentially is a like NES console, and it's cool because when you use it, it's a lock-on like RPG, I guess. And when you launch it, like when it hits an enemy, it shows like like the classic like little 8-bit pixel heroes cheering, and there's like explosion behind them. And then when you like reload, you get the cartridge. Your character gets the cartridge and blows on it, and then puts it in the console as a reload. Which is
that is cool. Now I'm gonna recommend a different game for people who don't like Draw to Death but want a free game that's similar, I guess. Mm-hmm. But maybe similar tone, not really gameplay.
Yeah.
But so there's this game called Let It Die, and this is free, and it's very good. It's definitely got horrible free to play trappings, and it knows it. Yeah. So like, I mean, play up until you're done with it. Basically, is what I'm saying. Like, don't try and beat it. You won't unless you start shelling out money. You know,
that's not great either.
It's one of those games, right?
Literally gonna pay. You're going to pay as much as you would for a new game, maybe even more.
Yeah, you probably will down the line. But I can guarantee like the first 3 or 4 hours of that game, you will be having fun, for free. Yeah. So I recommend it. It's a sort of, elements of like a roguelike. Yeah. There's elements of Dark Souls kind of with the combat. It's and it's got that humor, got that like I think it's funnier than Drawn to Death because it's not as obnoxiously loud. It's still loud and obnoxious, but it's like less grating, and it's funnier overall, and it doesn't look as ugly as Let It Die or Drawn to Death. So I don't know. I think that's like a a good like just like an instead recommendation.
Yeah.
It's not a 4-player shooter. It's a dungeon crawler, but it's like it's better.
I think for those who are looking for like a shooter, I don't know what to recommend, but like if you want to play, you could pick up this game. It's for free for PS4. I feel very bad for those who have to fork over $20 to play that game.
Oh, I got a free shooter for them to play.
What's that?
Okay, so if you like Quake style shooters, there's like I think Quake 3 is like just free now, isn't it?
Is
They
it?
have like Quake. Yeah, there's this like Quake Arena or something, right? I think it's free to play. It's Quake 3 Arena basically. It's no, it's not on PS4. It's on the computer. Oh. But I mean, chances are it's 2017. Your computer can run Quake 3. I'm just saying.
I mean, does anyone still play Quake 3 Arena?
Yeah.
Okay.
For sure. It's especially since it's gone free to play. I think a lot of people play it. And it's good, you know, it's a good game. Quake 3, you know, Unreal Tournament, those games hold up, you know, they're better than Drawn to Death.
Yeah.
For sure. Like they play better, faster even, you know, and like so like if you want a free shooter, there's a Paladins, I think, is coming out to PS4 soon. Isn't that free to play?
I mean, it's on like the beta version right now, and I think it's I think you have to pay like I think $15 to be in it.
Is it not going to be free to play?
Don't know. I didn't go into it. I don't care too much about Paladins.
I thought it was going to be free to play. Well, it's an Overwatch, like similar to Overwatch, right?
Yeah, I think so. But I think it has a mix of like other games like Smite or something too. I think, which is another
a little more MOBA.
That's yeah. It's more MOBA. I think that's pretty much it. It's Overwatch but with MOBA aspects to it. So like probably like minions.
Well, if that's free to play, I think that's probably worth checking out more than Drawn to Death.
Drawn to Death. Yeah, no, for sure. Honestly, this game is probably the not only meant to be played, but I think it's a good like 30-minute to 45-minute game to mess around.
And I got another one. So if you have a Wii, if you have a Nintendo Wii, you should check out Mad World, which is a black and white game with an attitude, you know, like a kind of an obnoxious attitude. You know, Ben, the guy who voices Bender from Futurama.
Oh, okay.
He's like the announcer. He's one of the announcers. And they say like, you know, like crazy, inappropriate things. And it's this gory, it's a single player game, but it's like you're going through these like, it's basically like, you know, the movie Running Man or something, you know, like a death game. But it's like got a irreverent tone. And that's a game that you could play instead of Drawn to Death.
Yeah.
Also, I know I keep throwing out game recommendations, but I mean,
you're chock full of them today.
if that sort of humor is kind of funny to you, maybe check out Bulletstorm Full Clip Edition, which just came out.
I I saw that.
Yeah, that's a game I always wanted to play because I like the concept. It's all about like how you kill enemies. You get points based on it, you know. So it's like, and it's about being creative about it. So like, I think like if you like leash a dude and then kick him into a cactus, you get like more points than if you just like.
Oh, so it's like it sounds like it's like what's it called, Burnout.
But with killing instead of like instead of car crashes and like it's got all sorts of stuff like that, but it's also got this like really weird script, which I found out today that it was the same voice director as Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, which is crazy because this game has lines like I'll kill your dicks. And then the character will be like, what do you mean you'll kill my dicks? Well, how are you going to kill my dick? I'll kill your dick. Yeah. Like, you know, stuff like that.
That's going to toss some people over. I think,
so if you're into like comedy where they say dick a lot, check out Bulletstorm Full.
I'm hella into that. What? You got another recommendation?
No. Well, that game. Also, I think there's a DLC for that game. I think the game's out. But there's DLC for it where you can just play as Duke Nukem.
Oh, cute.
Like he replaces the main character of the game. It's just Duke Nukem.
With
so in all the cutscenes.
Actor too, maybe?
No, it's like the original Duke Nukem guy, John St. John, doing the voice, and he's like, you know, he's like replaced the dialogue.
They copy and paste like? Oh no,
I think it's like the cutscene plays the same, but like the voice for that character is different. You know.
So they actually got him. Okay, so they actually
so they got him to re-record like the
cool.
whole game, but like with a different script, I think.
Yeah.
So it'll be like him like being like the hell happened to your face? You know, I don't know, like whatever Duke Nukem says, like.
Yeah.
Paladins,
I do want to say is you do have to buy it to play the beta on PS4 or whatever. It is free on PC. It will eventually be free at some point. They don't high res the people that are doing that are on.
I guarantee you, it's probably gonna be more fun than Draw to That.
Oh no, yeah, yes, I agree. I think like I don't know. I was gonna say what's that other game that came out literally the same time as Overwatch did, and it got shut.
Oh yeah, poor ooh, what is it called?
Oh, dude, this is bad if we don't remember.
Battleborn. It's called Battleborn.
Yeah. I kind of would rather play that, and I think Paladins.
But Battleborn's not free to play. I don't think.
No, it's not. But I think it plays the same as Paladin. So like you'll essentially be playing Battleborn-ish. I can't remember.
But I don't know if too many people are playing Battleborn anymore. Which
it's
like which is the tough part about those online shooters, you know, like they only exist as long as there's a community.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
which I wish you could just turn it on with bots or something.
I think there's a story to it, isn't there?
I think there is a campaign, but I mean, like, I don't know if that's like the main meat. You know what I'm saying?
Unfortunately, it's gonna have to, because not a lot.
Well, I mean, here's the thing, right? Overwatch is being run by Blizzard.
Yeah.
So it's gonna like probably go on for years and years.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it doesn't have bots. But I mean, I don't know if that's a good excuse. It should still have like bot support. Overwatch.
Yeah.
I mean, it has like this very basic bot support, but it's like they don't play the way like they should.
What do you mean? Like bots in like a player versus AI?
Yeah, they don't play the way like a player would.
Honestly, to what I've read and stuff, apparently they work better than normal players do, anyways, because they stay grouped together or whatever.
In Overwatch?
Yeah. They've been updating like AI on that thing for a while.
All right, well, cool then. Yeah. I stand corrected. Last time I tried it out, they were stupid. So
I think they updated it. I mean, I don't care too much about AI. I guess with what I'm hearing, I probably should to like practice up on that. But I don't know, man. It's been a while since I played Overwatch. I just started playing Overwatch with Justin just like a few hours ago, an hour ago.
Oh, nice. So. Did they change anything since the last time?
No, just Orissa's in. Next week or this coming Tuesday, I think they're doing the event. It has to be with something with Omnix, I think. Yeah.
I don't know if I'm interested, but maybe I will be. Yeah. I'll look at what they show.
Yeah, I don't really care. I think there's definitely going to be skins for sure. But
I wanted to bring up on the podcast the Mass Effect Andromeda bug fixes thing that they did.
Oh.
So they announced this whole thing where they're like talking about what they're going to do with the game moving forward.
It hasn't been implemented. It
has.
Oh, okay.
They released a patch, but there's going to be more coming.
Okay.
So the first round of patches, I think it's I think when you're flying from planet to planet, you can skip that animation now.
Oh, that's good.
Which that's rad.
Yeah, that's really good.
And then I think also they fixed a lot of the face stuff. Mm-hmm. So a lot of people's faces don't look as freaky.
Yeah.
They like this. I've watched some comparison videos. I haven't played the game yet because I've been playing Persona instead.
Yeah.
But I've seen some comparison videos online, and they look much better. Like the eyes. They fix the eyes a lot.
That was my issue when I first started. So
yeah, so I think it'll make the game not play better, but like feel better to play. Because like the combat and stuff, I think like is still pretty good, and I think the bugs in the world are still pretty bad. I think you can still probably fall down a hole forever or something. Like shit like that can still happen. But like they fixed like the face, or they started to fix the faces. I don't think they've implemented a new character creator yet, which just get on that. That needs a fix.
Oh my gosh, it really does. What, like adding races or like just keeping Shepherd, or not even Shepherd, right? It's
Rider.
Yeah.
No. They have races. They just
do they?
They have races. Wait, what do you mean?
Like your character doesn't have to be human, is what I'm saying.
Oh, I thought you were talking. Human
like
races.
ethnicity.
I was like, they have ethnicity. So I'm like,
everyone's the same in my eyes. June.
No. They can.
I'm just kidding.
I think you still have to be human, but like the character creator is like deeply flawed because did we not talk about this? So what happened is the faces. So there's like 9 presets, and then you can change from the presets, but you can't change like if you want like the eyebrows or the eyes, eye shape or the lips or the nose,
like specific like
they'll stay the same.
Yeah.
So like you can just like move them around a bit. So that's really bad.
No, that sucks. Compared to like Skyrim has that option. No.
Yeah, like
does it?
I think Dragon Age, their last game, Dragon Age, has that where you can move their eyes or like change their
Fallout
eyes.
as well too. Like they have that too, I believe.
Yeah, for sure. Fallout has that. Like so many games have stuff like that. Like it's easy. It's easy to just. I don't know.
It is weird though with the Dragon Age thing because like that's still them. That's still BioWare and
had a better character creator. Yeah, Dragon Age had a good character creator, I think.
Yeah.
I think it's like one of the things I really liked about the game was I made my character look like Daenerys Targaryen.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, this person looks just like Daenerys Targaryen. I'm very happy about that.
I want to play it now.
Because you can make your character look like Daenerys? Yeah, you totally can. My character
let me just copy your profile real quick. Just send me
like,
that appearance file.
I found it on a thing. Yeah, I found it on like there was a, what do you call it?
It's like
that's
a Reddit
the cool thing
post.
about it. Yeah, I love video game face communities or communities for video games that you can change faces because like you can find one that you're like, I like that look, but I don't like that hair.
Yeah.
So you can like do all the like sliders that they did and then start messing with it from there. Yeah,
it's cool.
That's what I always end up doing. Yeah, but with Mass Effect, I couldn't do that because it was like I was looking at
everything's
the sliders.
preset and you can't choose.
Everything looked the same. Yeah,
it's lame. It's really
like,
lame.
It's like this character, like the character I ended up making is like the default face for preset 1 with like a different hairstyle.
Yeah.
So, because I didn't want to mess with it anymore.
Yeah. Well, hopefully they add that in. Hopefully.
Yeah, and I think in Mass Effect there is an option to download other people's faces.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, but like I remember there was like a thing for that, like in many of the other games.
Yeah, but it's like not that like broad of a selection yet. It's like it seems very like I don't know. I haven't gone and checked it yet, but like maybe someone's made a really cool looking writer. But
I
might go back to that game at some point. But
Persona,
Persona right now.
Yeah. I think we did it. We did our quota for today, June. We shot on a game that was just Armada for a second, and then we
No, that was not Armada. 17? It was it wasn't Andromeda. It was Drawn to Death, wasn't it?
Oh shit! Yeah. We took a shit on that. We took a like tiny shit on the other one. And then we talked about how good 2017 is. I don't think we did a bit. I think I tried doing bits. They didn't work out. But
when'd you do a bit?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure I do them all the time. It's just sometimes they stick, sometimes they don't. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I'm doing one now. So there we go.
That's the bit. It's a meta bit.
It's the meta bit. Holy shit! That's like new level bits. I think that's it, right? That's this week. Next week is probably going to be the same, isn't it?
So what? We're just going to talk about
Persona 5.
At some point, man, because I keep hearing great things about this game.
Is it the one we tried doing like 2 weeks ago?
Night in the Woods?
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta play that sometime.
Oh, let's do it. If anything, I'll pick it up right now.
Oh, you're gonna do it this week? If we're gonna do it this week, then we're gonna do it
I'm like taking a break on. I'm not taking a break, but I'm probably gonna do another break sesh for Persona 5, so might as well play that. Okay. Battlefield 1's kind of doing it for me a bit, but
I got this. I got this. Next time for podcast.
Yeah.
You play Persona 5 up until the end of the 3rd dungeon.
Okay. Main dungeons.
Yeah, by the end of it, I mean like not that you just beat the dungeon, but like, you know, the time limit is over, right? And you know, the whole character stuff happens. I understand. Afterwards.
Yes.
Yeah.
For this,
and we could put a bit at the end of the podcast next week where we can go deeper into Persona, maybe spoil it a bit.
No,
more.
yeah, we'll definitely go into spoiler territory next week. Middle bit. I'm pretty sure it doesn't matter. It's not going to be avoidable. So it's pretty much going to be full spoil cast.
We'll not a full spoil. Like let's cut the podcast in half. No, I mean I want to talk about other stuff in the beginning of the podcast that people can listen to.
Yeah,
but we could put it towards the end, maybe a little bit of a like deeper dive into Persona.
All right. Yeah, sure.
Is there anything you're excited to do this week or like stream or something?
You know what? I remember like 3 weeks ago I said probably starting next week I'm gonna start streaming and putting in a schedule. Nope, that didn't happen.
It didn't happen.
Honestly, I could have done it for a while because you know we haven't been on chat for so long. I could have had 3 sessions already on at least for an hour on Twitch. But no, I don't really have anything. I'm kind of just doing me right now. Persona 5 again, kind of touched Horizon, but I really touched more on Battlefield 1. I want to try out this game called Player Underground Battlegrounds or something.
Wow, that's a horrible name.
Well, it's really good though. Apparently, it's like DayZ.
Oh, I've heard of it. Yeah. That like Hunger Games style, battle royale style game.
Apparently, like the bullets, the combat in there are like the shooting in there is really good and everything.
Yeah.
The like collapsing field or whatever is good, but like I'm drawing back from it and just watching other people play for right now, because like it's literally just gonna be me and it's still in beta.
What is it for? The PC?
PC. It's straight up PC. I don't think it's gonna come out on like console in a while because I think it just came out.
I might give that a go at some point.
No, it looks really good, and but I think if I were to go in and I go solo, I don't think it's gonna be fun, and I'm only gonna play it for like an hour, and I'm gonna waste like $20.
You know what I just thought of right now and made me really sad?
What's that?
Because I read this headline. It's a Dishonored 2 demo, right? Like it gives you a free demo that lets you play the first 3 levels and lets you keep progress in the main game, right?
Oh, cool. Okay.
And I was like, oh, that's cool. I should download that demo and play it sometime.
You played it.
I fucking own the game.
Have the game.
I own the game, and I just never got further than like the first like.
Oh my god! I thought you finished it.
Dishonored 2? No.
Yeah, holy shit.
No, I dropped it. Wow. I got over it.
Wow.
I got over it so fast.
Yeah. I played
and I don't know. I don't think it's bad. It's
2017. I think. No, you picked it up at 16, didn't you?
Yeah, I picked it up in 16. Yeah, it was just man, I don't know. Something about immersive sims, man. They're hit and miss for me. It's like Deus Ex Human Revolution totally hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dishonored totally didn't.
Yeah.
Prey, I don't think I'm gonna play Prey. Probably.
Oh my god, I totally forgot about Prey.
Yeah, I don't know out this year.
I don't know if I am or not, but I definitely want to take a look at it.
You're more probably into immersive sims than I am, though.
Maybe. Yeah. What's that though? We'll define immersive sims. Is it like first person?
Yeah, yeah. It's like you know, Deus Ex, System Shock, Dishonored, Prey. It's like those games where it's like
you have like chat options, but it's like first person, or
no, it's like consequence filled gameplay that's free based on freedom of choice.
Yeah,
mostly. Not necessarily an RPG.
Yeah,
you know, like but like. Yeah, like you know, it's about freedom of choice and like speccing yourself out a certain way, but like in this like usually like an open area type game. I don't know if it's open world necessarily, but like
yeah, well, I don't think we know. Essentially, my
Like Prey is going to be open world, right?
Yeah, it should be. It's
yeah, like Bethesda. I don't know if Bethesda games would count. Those are just open world RPGs, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like
I'm a huge Bethesda Binch, so I'm into them.
Yeah, but I mean that's just like a publisher. Like it's like they don't have a style of game. I don't think like the games that they develop.
Are they not? Yeah, are they not the developers though? When they like
for Prey?
Yeah.
No.
Who's the developers for this one?
I think Arcane.
Okay.
Isn't it Arcane?
I don't know. I didn't. Let me do quick Google search.
Pretty sure it's Arcane because yeah, they did Dishonored.
Yeah, it's Arcane Studios and
Human
Head Studios.
Yeah, so like Bethesda puts out their games. They also like put out id's games, like the new Wolfenstein came out, the last one that was put out by Bethesda.
I might be into it because if there's like stealth, I'm just into it already.
Yeah, there's stealth.
Yeah, then I'm good. I think I could definitely give it a go.
Damn, dude, are you into first person shooters that are just about like not stealth but like just killing people and it's like combat? Like, are you into that?
Yeah.
Not like multiplayer shooters, but
okay. No, I was gonna say if it's multiplayer, then yeah, but I'm not sure. It's like story wise, right? And like, there's no stealth element to it.
Well, no, I mean, there's stealth elements, but I mean, like, that's not the focus.
Right. I don't know. Maybe. I don't think I haven't expanded that bit. Maybe I did, but I'm not thinking of them right now.
Because I was gonna recommend that Wolfenstein game that came out.
A
couple years ago.
I've heard good things about Wolfenstein.
It's great. Yeah, I streamed the whole thing. Super good game. Highly recommend it. Awesome game. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll give it a look. I think that's it for the podcast, though. We did our job for Persona 5. You're welcome. Again, not sponsored. Come on, Persona, give us that sponsored money. Also,
dude, keep the sponsor money. Make Ryuji's rank 7 ability a toggle.
Yeah, that'd be great. That'd be great. But anyways, this has been Binch Bros. You can find us on Facebook and Twitter. Facebook, you go facebook.com/Binch Bros. BINCHBROS. And you can find us on Twitter at Binch Pod.
At Binch Pod?
At Binch Bros Pod. There you go.
There it is.
But yeah, I've been Keo.
I've been Sejun, and you're so gorgeous, Panther. All right.
Nice.